Hi guys, welcome to lesson 5.4 in Book Creator, how to create a book. So I'm on my libraries page here. You see that I have my books or my private books library here. And then I've got the audio video tools for the classroom library. Remember, you get one library as a teacher to have people contribute books to. So down here at the bottom then is where I could join the library. When I create a new book, I can either create it inside of the audio video tools for the classroom library or inside my private library. In the Exploration Challenge, I'd like for you to create it inside audio video tools for the classroom. That way it's there on the bookshelf. If you accidentally create it in your private library, no big deal. You can always move it over to other libraries during the process or when you're done. In order to create a new book, you're going to open the library. I'm going to open my books library. And then we've got, you see the books that I've started or worked on here, created. I'm going to go new book. And then I've got options on the format. So sort of the normal white space pages, and there's also some comic options down here. I'm going to go ahead and choose portrait. And from this point now, I can start creating my book. Here I'm on my cover. This here is the advanced pages or next pages book. When I do that, then it opens up into a 2-page spread, and I can continue to add pages here with the plus button, or I can move back and forth. I'm going to have to move myself out of there with the back button. Okay, so a couple of the how do I add items, content. There's the plus button here, and you can see I've got the media, a couple options here. The one you might use quite frequently is import. So there's all kinds of import options here. I can import images. Let's say I do a quick search for elephant, right? And it's going to do some Google image search. I can also filter then here, clip art, photo, line drawings, colors, that sort of thing. So let's say I want to go with, I like this one here. We'll add that. Adds that image. I can resize that image. I could rotate that image. All right, so we're there. Also part of the import, you can add and embed Google Maps. So as Google Maps comes up here, you can go ahead and do those, and then you can enter or do those. Files from your computer, so any files that you have saved on your hard drive or on your Chromebook. Here, then I've got Google Drive integration. It'll ask you to connect your Google Drive, and you can access anything inside your Google Drive. This is where you could add videos or audio, maybe that you'd already created. You could create that in a third party, say like your podcast file, maybe bring that into your book, or if you've created a video. And then this is the one that really opens it up. You can embed anything. So that really opens it up to any kind of web-based creation that has an embed code. You just come down here and paste the embed code that you got from that third-party creator. So that's a big one there, the import. Also then the camera. The camera will access your webcam, and you can take videos or you can take pictures with your camera. I can't do that right now because my camera is being used down here on myself. I've got the pen tool, which allows me to write, paint, crayon, highlight here. Okay, so I've got those. Then I can insert different images from those that I want to do there. When I mark that up, here's my color selector. All right, so I can come in here, put a little extra grass in here, fill tool, and then we also have the emojis that are there. So lots of different options for adding sort of some annotation or some pictures over the top. Your traditional text tool, where I can increase text or add text, move that around. That's really helpful if you're using it as a more traditional storybook where you're writing text. Most of the pages have some text, but there you could do sort of an actual kind of long form type or narration story. And then lastly, this is one of the things I think is the coolest, is you can record. So I can actually on each page add my voice, either reading the story, maybe explaining the page. So there's your audio tool. And then as you play the book, it sort of turns into an audio and video tool together. So a lot of cool options on the plus button, as well as then the eye inspector tool. We'll go ahead and flip over to the next page spread. This is sort of your backgrounds. So I can do solid colors. I can add more colors here from the custom palette. I also have a lot of categories here. Here's some recent ones I've used. I've got a lot of these different comic book backgrounds is what they call them, which basically are some cool already pre-made things. A lot of paper options. So there's like gridded paper, little skinnier graph paper, maybe some writing paper here, music staffs. So lots of different options on the types of backgrounds or paper that you use. Lastly, over here in the plus button are some shapes. If you're doing any kind of characters or images, you may want to use these thought bubbles, or they've got sort of the traditional shapes that you can add in as well. So that's creating your book. Lots of different options, lots of colors, lots of tools to really make your product stand out and allow you to use your creativity. Thanks.